Well, hello, and guess what we did today for the chickens? I almost got the door in, but what I really worked on today was raising their coop, put the legs on, plus I added screen to the upper layer, and I turned the roosts this way, and I added a different kind of roost as well. But took these panels apart, pulled these off, stapled the wire mesh in, cut the bits out, just like I did in the other one. Put two screws down here right now, and one screw is a handle, until I come up with a better solution, like hinges or whatnot. But it's nice to be able to take it out and remove it completely. Boom! Now it's closed. You can see this is a piece of recycled pallet. Focus, right there. Oh, yeah, right there. That's a piece of recycled pallet. So it has a small size and a big size. And put these legs on here. This, as you can see, was on the ground at one point. It was a table over there, and the ants had gotten into it and eaten out this part. But these parts were still good. So instead of cutting it off, I've just screwed it on. Added a little 2x4 supports underneath for the weight. Screws on 45 here and here, and then I put a bunch of screws this way, putting the 2x4, joining the 2x4s and the 4x4s. Same thing back here. I took this top part off, put the wire mesh in there. I was able to pull it apart and keep the nails, so I just bent them straight and then squeezed them back together with a vise or a C-clamp, and then I hammered them. It was actually faster. The screws for the hinges to hold the board in place, and this is just an extra piece of wood to act as the holder. I added this and the hinges. Actually, this is the back, so this was already here. So I did this. It's going to be cold tonight, so I'm just going to go ahead and put these on. Boop, boop, closed. And then Sherry ordered this automatic door. I'm too tired to put it on tonight. So, but we did want to see how it operated, so I put it where it's going to go. And tomorrow I just got two screws on the top holding in place. I'll trace it out, and tomorrow I'll cut that out with the circular saw. And Sherry built this little ramp to go into it. Had to move all these logs out of the way because if you looked at the video yesterday, this hutch was over here on the ground, and now it's over here in the air. And it's 16 inches off the ground, which makes this level 2 feet to the bottom of the wire, chicken wire. These guys are getting really big. So yeah, it's 2 feet off the ground from here. Now it's sunk down into the stuff, but yeah. And inside, you can see even with it closed up, it's got that 1 inch of ventilation, 3/4 inch of ventilation all the way around the ceiling. I did use a double-sided insulated metal panel as a roof this time instead of a single-sided, and hopefully I'll be able to score some more double-sided for the other coops. But hey, that's what I did today. I upgraded this chicken coop. This would be good for 6 chickens. 4 really comfortable, 6 okay, 8 small chickens. I was thinking of putting 2 nesting boxes off the side over here. So if that's 2 nesting boxes would be great for 6 hens or 8 hens to be there. And we can always duplicate it the other way and put them together and have twice the size. So we're thinking of that as upgrades, but it looks good in the space and still allows it to work as a compost area. Tomorrow I'll do the door, and I'm going to bring a tire over here and fill that full of sand and diatomaceous earth so they can have a bath place to take some sandy baths. Of course, that's at the front where we can see it from the house. And the other plan is to put this white tarp on top of the ceiling as it is. So it'll add a second layer and it will close this gap up here because there is no real way to do that with this. And I felt that adding another tarp on top would provide sun shade for this so it wouldn't break down so fast. Because this is a much nicer attachment and stuff. And we bought a little bit bigger tarp so we can have possibly an eave on this end or on the end that we come in. We might have a little, we'll have to figure out what to do with the extra. Or we might wrap it around the edges and enclose the top. So we have to figure that out. Still have to do something with that hole up there. But, yeah, this is where I wanted it. This is where it was. Still have access through here. You see we've got plenty of dirt here that actually needs to go out into the gardens. So that's what I'll be working on. And hey, the way I did this door is that you got this latch, but you can still reach from the inside. We put a spring on it. It pulls it shut automatically. And you can either slide this over without latching it, or if you want to make sure that it's latched, then boop, and you can even put a carabiner on there. So the spring keeps it shut. We're going to anchor this side down with some T-posts, some internal T-posts, because it's all just kind of floating. Zip tied to the fence over here and zip tied to the carport. And same thing over here. So we still need to do a ground anchoring system as well. You can see we need to do some landscaping to make the water flow properly. This was excavations and trying to get everything the door to open properly and stuff like that. So there we go. Look at that. Tomorrow they'll have their play toys, set up these lugs. Be nice. And the whole thing, the front's still up on the pile. We want to move it a little closer this way, and we'll excavate underneath. That's just a really loose pile of compost that hasn't broken down yet. So, really proud of that. And I hope it inspires you to see what you can do. And I hope to see you in the next video. Love you later, bye.